Well, we made it to Chicago, and it looks like, yeah, exactly. I can only imagine, this is how much that's left over right now, how much that vortex thing actually destroyed this place. When I was landing, you guys saw how much snow was just on the ground. You couldn't see any land, basically. What's it called?
Kuma's Corner.
Kuma's Corner. And if you look at every burger, there's every metal band, essentially. So what's the veggie one? The Coldplay?
Veggie patty. You can get any of them with a black bean veggie patty.
But it does, oh really?
Yeah.
So this is the Iron Maiden, I believe I got.
This is called the burger.
So I already told you guys we are here in Chicago, and this is unfreaking believable. You gotta see this. So we're right by the water, and I was like, wait, what is that? Look at this. Those are waves frozen in mid-wave. That is insane. I'm not gonna lie, this is like sheer insanity. And if this is any indication on what it was like when it was negative 50 degrees, I don't know what river this is, or body of water. I gotta look it up. This is Lake Michigan. That is Lake Michigan, and it's frozen solid. Just to show you how big of a lake this would be to be frozen like this, that's Lake Michigan. It's one of the Great Lakes. Frozen. Like, I have no idea what to think right now. The fact that this would just freeze instantaneous like that, I've honestly never seen something like this, ever. I've seen photos, and I'm like, no way, that can't be real. I'm literally looking, I'm sorry guys, this is just fascinating. What's even funnier is that there's people that live here and go to this school that are like all lined up taking photos, so I don't feel like the weirdo going like, holy crap. It's crazy. So I've been very fortunate to get to see a lot of things in my life, but that was incredible. That's just mind-blowing. The fact that something could freeze instantaneously like that, like a wave. Think about a wave constantly moving, you know, going up and down, water's in and out. To freeze just like that, that's, I don't know, sorry, I'm a little blown away right now. This is actually where we're playing. Got a bunch of stained glass and everything. I just got back to the hotel and I completely almost forgot. I literally almost forgot to do my dad joke for the day. And it wouldn't be a dad joke unless I called Allie, and I have to call Allie and make sure she knows my dad joke. All right, let's call her. So what did the shark say when it ate the clownfish?
What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish?
Yeah.
It tastes funny?
Yeah, oh my god, that was it. That was good.
I'm smart.
You're getting good at it. That's all I got. I only got one today.
Where'd you find that?
Somebody gave it to me in the comments.
Oh, I swear I didn't read it.
Alright, there's got to be another one. Hold on. I take screenshots all the time, so let me see.
How come I can't just know the answer?
Because it's not fair. Wait, that was weird.
What?
It disconnected and stuff. Alright, I got one.
Okay.
So why did the cookie cry?
Why did the cookie cry?
Yeah.
Something probably about crumbling.
Good guess. No, but his father was a wafer so long.
That's so dumb. I thought it was like maybe his heart was crumbling or something.
Yeah, that's a good one now too. Speaking of Allie, you're probably wondering why she wasn't in the vlog today. Well, here's what happened. I told her that since I was going on the show, that she had to do nothing today. I just wanted her to rest. The other day she was talking about, like, you know, how it takes a lot out of her, and I think she's always trying to work hard because she's not the type of person that's lazy or something like that. So today I made her put the camera down, go away, just do nothing. So don't worry, she's okay. As you saw, you just saw in a clip when I told her my dad joke. She's totally fine. I just figured I'd let you guys know. So continuing with that dad joke, it looks like I have a 5:30 boarding time. Am I alone on that one? Yep, looks like it's just me. Today has been it's just been a weird kind of cluster effy day. The show was awesome, but as far as like the travel aspects of everything, getting on the plane, let's just say it's been a day. It's been cold. Okay, so every time I say it's cold in Florida, every time I come out here, the fact, I know I showed you guys earlier and I talked about it, but the fact that Lake Michigan, obviously the whole thing wasn't probably frozen, but the fact that where I was, it was frozen in mid-wave like that, it boggles my mind right now because you see that like in photos, you know, National Geographic, you kind of see these things, you know, like the fish jumping in midair and stuff like that. Yeah, sorry guys. Everyone's hanging out at the restaurant right now, and I looked at I'm not even kidding. Want to see this? Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking at right now. 5:25 boarding. That's gonna be fun. I wanted to go hang out. And Casey, you guys know Casey. He's here. He's from Chicago.
Did you accidentally summon me?
Look, literally was saying that. This is a perfect example of today. It's just been, I don't know. I wanted to go out and I was planning on walking around the city and stuff like that, but there was like security and they wouldn't let us go certain direction. It was weird. I don't know. But I got to see the river. That's what I was talking about. It's not a river, Charles. It's a lake. I'm probably talking in circles and I apologize. It's the lack of sleep and I'm delusional. But like, you know, National Geographic where you see the fish jumping out of the water and it's frozen and like everyone's like, oh, that can't happen. That's fake or something like that. That might be extreme, but now I can honestly say I've seen frozen waves. So right now, I'm gonna probably be talking about it for a long time because that footage and those photos are freaking the coolest thing in the world. That was the other thing. I was going back and forth with YouTube on Twitter all day and emails. So the last 3 or 4 videos of ours have been demonetized, or I don't know why, like Allie's pregnant belly or something like that. My dad jokes. I made jokes about that. Literally, the last 3 or 4 videos have been demonetized, and as a result, they stay that way until they're manually approved, and they aren't manually approved on the weekend. So yesterday's video, good old YouTube screwed me over on that one. So I've been going back and forth with them on that. They said they're gonna fix it. However, that was, as of me recording this right now, 5 hours ago. So at this point, it was just frustrating. You gotta focus on the happy part. Yeah, that sucked, but you can't dwell on that. It was great to see all the guys, you know, and just kind of catch up, you know. I've been trying to figure out how Allie's feeling and, you know, how is she doing and how far along and all that stuff. When do we find out the gender? And I was like, oh, we'll find out in a couple weeks, and they get super excited. And then we get to see photos of each other. It's kind of a new dynamic in the band and in my life, I guess 5, 8 years ago, you know, when I joined the band 8 years ago. Something like that. Wow, time really flies. The dynamic of the band then, you know, like the tour buses, it was, you know, parties, you know, like we're all young dudes, you know, just partying in a rock and roll band, whatever you want to say. Now the conversation's not so much, you know, oh, did you see this, you do this, whatever. It's more like, look what my kid did today, look what he said, you know, like it's like, he says bottle, he says airplane, you know, things like that. And it's cool. I like it. The change is nice. It's growing up. And it just adds a whole nother fun element to it because now we have a whole nother way of bonding. And it was really cool today. We were able to just catch up with everyone because we've been doing a lot of college days because we had kind of, after Warped Tour, you know, Warped Tour like really beats up a lot of bands because you just get so tired. And obviously this winter we took a little bit of a break because we wanted to spend time with family. So we've been kind of doing these one-off college shows, and it's awesome, but it sucks at the same time because tours are really fun because you got the camaraderie. You're in the dirt together. You know what I mean? With the college shows, you fly in, you play the show, you fly back out, and you have to do super early flights. For example, mine's at 5:25 in the morning. Everyone else gets to have like 11 o'clock ones. Thank you, going to Tampa. I guess that was the only flight for me. But yeah, it's kind of hard to like kind of catch up with everybody and, you know, do that kind of stuff. Long story short, because I'm starting to ramble right now, and I just realized I look at the little time marker. I need to shut up, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, and bye.